Gen Z, or Generation Z, refers to those born between the late 1990s and early 2010s. They are the first fully digital generation, raised on smartphones, YouTube, and social media. In Nepal, they form a powerful youth majority. Globally connected, highly educated, and bold in expressing opinions, they often feel betrayed by the country's old political class. Nepal's Gen Z faces unemployment, corruption, and the dominance of Nepo kids, children of politicians inheriting power without merit. Their patience had been running thin. All it needed was a spark. Narration. On the morning of September 8, 2025, Nepal's government banned more than 25 social media platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, and X, claiming it was for regulation. But for Gen Z, who live, learn, and work through these platforms, it felt like censorship. Their voice was being silenced. Within hours, the streets of Kathmandu began to fill. By 9 a.m., thousands of students and young professionals had gathered in Maitighar near Parliament. Unlike older generations, they were organized through Discord and Telegram, not political parties. This was not just another protest, it was the arrival of a digital native generation in real politics. By 1 p.m., the peaceful march had turned tense. Police fired tear gas, water cannons, and rubber bullets. Protesters responded with live streams, hashtags, and mobile videos that went viral in real time. For the first time in Nepal's history, the world could watch the protest unfold directly through the eyes of its youth. As day turned to night, clashes worsened. By the evening of September 8, at least 19 protesters were dead and hundreds injured. The country was stunned. Gen Z had paid in blood for their right to speak. That same day, Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak resigned, admitting responsibility for the crackdown. Despite a curfew, protests intensified on September 9th. Government buildings, Parliament, Singha Durbar, the Supreme Court, and even the Prime Minister's residence were set on fire. Flames lit up Kathmandu, symbols of power reduced to ash. Gen Z's rage had shaken the foundations of the state. By midday, anger turned personal. Finance Minister Bishnu Prasad Paudel was beaten by protesters in the street. Homes of former leaders were targeted. Former Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba and his wife were injured. The residence of former President Bidya Devi Bhandari was attacked. In one of the darkest moments, the wife of ex-Prime Minister Jhalanath Khanal was killed when protesters stormed their home. Under immense pressure, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli resigned on September 9th, around 2:30 p.m. Nepal time. His resignation was broadcast live, but it did little to calm the fury. A historic first. On September 12, 2025, at 11:46 p.m. Nepal time, former Chief Justice Sushila Karki was sworn in as Nepal's first female Prime Minister, leading an interim government until elections in March 2026. For Gen Z, this was proof of their strength. They had forced change at the highest level. By September 13th, the curfew was lifted. But the damage was clear. Over 50 people killed, more than 1,300 injured, and Nepal's most powerful leaders humiliated. This was not just a protest. It was a generational uprising. Looking ahead, Nepal's Gen Z had risen, using their phones, networks, and courage to demand change. Their fight was not only against a social media ban, it was for dignity, justice, and a future they could call their own. The question remains, will the old political system listen, or will this generation rise again?